Happy Tuesday, co-creators, and welcome to another edition of Teena Sessions, 365 inspirational quotes with me, your life coach, Teena Jones. How is everyone doing on this Tuesday? I hope your day was wonderful and productive, and if it wasn't, you already know what to do. Put a period on it and begin again. Whether you're new or you're one of my loyal viewers, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in on Teena Sessions and joining me on this journey. Well, if you're ready, let's kick off today's quote by Tom Hopkins, and it goes like this. Repeat something often enough, and it will start to become you. I agree with that wholeheartedly. You know, because it's Tuesday, life purpose, living your dreams kind of a day, I'm going to talk today about repeating affirmations and listening to Teena Sessions each day, doing something positive every day to pre-pave, if you will, pre-pave the feeling of what you want before the actual manifestation get here. It's very, very important that you really get on the vibrational alignment of what you want. And for those of you that are not familiar with that terminology, it's a term that was used by Abraham Hicks, and vibrational reality is the feeling. So I love to do affirmations, and we do them on Teena Sessions as a way to shift your vibration, if you will. It gets you prepared for what you want to come into your life. And the only goal is for you to feel good. So I listed a few affirmations to kind of give you an idea of how I like to prepave in my own life. So here it goes. I'm in the best shape of my life. Everything is unfolding beautifully for me. The universe is always on my side. I always get what I want. I am healthy. I am whole. I am complete. Things are always unfolding for me. God wants the highest good for me, and so do I. Once you start doing that for at least a minute, vibrationally, meaning the feeling, emotionally, you feel good. And what is the point? Why would you want to feel good? Because the very thing you think you want, you believe you would feel better in the having of it. So since it's Tuesday, you may feel like if you had a different job, a better job that paid more money, you would feel better. You would feel maybe if you had your own business. You know, some of you are out there trying to raise money for your venture, and you feel like once I get the money, then I'll feel good. But you are miscreating. Period. There's no comma on that. You are miscreating when you think that way. You've got to get into the vibrational alignment with the very thing that you want. And you may be saying, but why? Why, Teena? Well, let me give you an example. I was seeing this client years ago who wanted a better job. And he had this complex because he had some things in his past. He didn't finish college, and he had a drug problem. And it was over. He had been 5 years, I believe, at the time, sober and drug-free. But he had some arrests and issues on his record. So he believed this was causing him to not get a promotion at his job and a better position, period, even at another company because of his record. And he hung his hat on that. I mean, that was his story, you know. His story was, well, you know, I'm a recovering drug addict. I have this record. I can't get it expunged because I don't have the money to pay the attorney to get it expunged. I want to make more money. I need to make more money because my way of life has increased. You know, the cost of living is high. And so he went on this long string story to me and to anybody that will listen about his woes. Well, one day he managed to get a better job and paid more money. And he was happy. He was excited, like a kid in the candy store. And then about a month later, he was fired. The reason why he was fired, he became MIA. Went back to doing drugs. Now, before, he was on his last job for about, I think, 10 years. 5 of those years, he was drug-free. He was on this job, the new job, for about a month, maybe two, and he was fired. The reason why, and this is what I told him, is that internally he didn't think he deserved it. And if you don't believe you deserve something, you will sabotage it. You will mess it up. That's why it's so important that you prepave. That's why it's so important that you get the inside of you right. If you try to fix the outside of you before you fix the inside, you will not be successful in the long term. It's just, that's just it. You've got to get yourself right on the inside. How do you do that? You start affirming the life you want with words. You don't do it with trying to take external actions to try to change your situation. That will come. The first thing you have to do is get your inside right. There's a song that Lauryn Hill says, if you ain't right within, you're not going to get it without. You're not going to win if you're not right within. You're not going to win if you ain't right within. And I love that. I love that. And so that is the truth. That's what I'm saying to you. You've got to get right on the inside. You've got to affirm. You've got to listen to Teena sessions. You got to do these things on a day-to-day basis. Because just like the quote, what you do on often enough, it changes you. Subconsciously, it changes you. Everything that you have right now in your experience, your mate, your lack of a mate, your home, the car you drive, the job that you work at, all is a direct response of how you see you. Period. There's nothing else other than this is how I see myself. It's a reflection of you. It's a reflection of a thought pattern. It's a reflection of a belief system. So if you don't like what you are seeing, then you've got to do the work. You can't say, okay, well, let me go and see if I can find a better mate, a better job without changing the inside. Because you're going to be working harder instead of smarter. And if you so manage to get it, like my friend here who managed to manifest this job, you're not going to keep it. Because you never elevated yourself internally to where you need to be so that you can be a match to what it is that you want to attract. Okay? It's very simple. That's why we do affirmations. That's why I do the guided meditations. And that's why I do Teena sessions every day, 365 days. It's because I know when you listen to something every day, it will prepave you, if you will, because life happens every day. You get up, you brush your teeth, and you don't know what the world has for you when you step outside of your door. You don't know if your car going to be out there or your tires going to be flat. Is your car going to crank? Is someone going to run into you today? Is your boss going to be in a bad mood? You don't know. But if you have yourself prepaved and your vibrational alignment, it's not going to even touch you. That's the beauty of this, that your reaction to life changes in such a beautiful, powerful way. You start noticing, I remember when I used to react negatively when something like that happened. When you get an unexpected bill, when an emergency arises. You could remember when you would be frantic, be nervous, fall apart. And now you're just a stellar of peace, a stellar of joy, no matter what. That is the direct result of doing something positive on a regular basis. You can't do it every once in a while and think you're going to get the manifestation that you're seeking. So I know that subconsciously, the ego does not want you to change. It wants things to remain the same because the ego thrives off of lack. It thrives off of things missing in your life. Whenever I complain or I hear someone complain, I know that it is the ego. And I know the ego doesn't want what it says it wants. It wants to complain. And so when you want the thing more than you want to complain about the thing, then you'll get the thing. I'll repeat that. When you want the thing, whatever that thing is, more than you want to complain about not having it, then you'll get that thing. Right now, if you're complaining about something in your life that you believe that is missing or lacking, you are miscreating. And so begin to not just stop it, but replace it. Because it's easier said than done for me to tell you to stop it. But if you can replace it, that thing will fall away naturally on its own. That's how powerful you are. That's how powerful your words are. That's how powerful affirmations are. You have to speak life into your situation. You have to speak life into your career. You have to speak life into your job. It's Tuesday, so that's what we're going to talk about. You have to speak life into your life purpose. Don't let the ego tell you, well, once I get the money, or once I know how this is going to happen, once I get the interview, then I'll feel good. No, you won't. It's like a kid that gets something. If you ever bought your child or another child something, a toy for Christmas, oh, they love it first week, 2 weeks, maybe a month. Then it's up under the bed. Then it's left outside. It's not that they're not grateful. They got used to it. They're ready to move on to something else. Well, we do that too as adults. Once God helps us solve an issue, we didn't forget about that issue. We didn't move on. We complain about something else. It's a long distance in the past. You can't even remember complaining about what you were lacking 6 months ago. You can't even remember, and because you have it right now. And like I said, 2 things that make the ego unhappy: getting what it wants and not getting what it wants. I'll repeat it. 2 things that makes the ego unhappy: getting what it wants and not getting what it wants. Insanity, I know. Yes, it is. The ego is insanity, So I hope today's, inspiring you to do what you have to do. If you got to get those little sticky notes I've talked about and put affirmations all over your, bathroom mirror, on the refrigerator, to remind yourself to be and stay on the right mental path, then do that. It's worth it. You're worth it. Okay? All right. Well, the affirmation is, I speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Every time you speak, you're speaking truth. So will that truth be life or will it be death? You decide. All right. Well, it's time for the guided meditation. So if you're ready, let's get started. If you need to put your headphones in, if you need to change rooms, or whatever you need to do to prepare. And if you're ready, go ahead and close your eyes and take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale and release. Once again, take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale and release. I am on the right path. Everything is unfolding exactly the way I want it to. My journey is beautiful. I appreciate all the people that are in my life to help me reach my goals and my desires. I'm grateful to be an instrument in helping others achieve their goals and desires and their dreams. I know that there is enough to go around for everyone. So I'm learning to relax into the flow of life and allow every good thing to come to me in divine order. And so it is. Thank you all. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.